Nerds Talking, the podcast.
Yo.
We talk about lightsabers, stunnies, and TV screens. What you want to stream, everything beyond your dreams. Want to talk about movies, sports, and even politics? Go ahead and tune into us, we give you all of it. No matter you're debating Xbox or PlayStation, Mac or PC, Marvel or DC. Teraflops when the movie drops, gigabytes, chips, RAMs, no matter what it is, we got all of it. Welcome to the show.
Nerds Talking, the podcast.
Welcome to Nerds Talking, the podcast. Another Friday, another episode. Once again, no Carlos. And Hugh, well, something called a hurricane. Is it Ian or Ian?
I'm pretty sure it's Ian.
Hurricane Ian, that's such a dick name, too, is just wrecking Florida. And that's where Hugh's at. He's in the eye of the storm in Tampa. So no Hugh. Hopefully just this week we'll see how it goes. Just, you never know. And then Carlos went to Disneyland. So
he's going to visit the Ewok.
There are no Ewoks at Disney. We've been through this. Yeah, that's kind of that's stupid, right? They should be there, the little cuddly bears.
I think I got that because I think I saw a photo once of like a bunch of Ewok stuffed animals, and I just assumed it was at Disneyland.
Do you think they don't see that? Do you think they're discriminating against hiring midgets, giving them employment?
Probably.
Because either that or you have to hire like 6-year-olds.
Right. And then you've got child labor laws in your way. So
right. Well, not really, because you don't know who's behind the mask.
Oh, they'll find
out.
You
keep it hit 'em. You keep them hit 'em. You'll find out when they're standing in line for a ride. What's he doing over there?
Get back to work.
I'm on my break.
Yeah, exactly. I'm on my break. I'm on my candy break. So that's where they're at. So it's just Johnny, Laura, and myself, Lafayette, as we dive into the week that was. Johnny, was your week any interesting? Did you do anything fascinating? Are you watching anything fascinating? Tell us, give us your insight into your life, all aspects of it.
So last week, the day we normally record our podcast, I had an anniversary dinner with the wife. We went to it was dinner and a magic show.
Oh,
yeah, and it was entertaining. It was interesting. The owner of the venue was really into like Edgar Allan Poe, and so like every 20 minutes or so, like the lights would just shut down and there'd be a creepy voice reading a poem or reading an excerpt from one of his stories, and then you get back to dinner. And that's it just didn't have anything to do with magic or anything. The food was decent, and yeah, there was magic. But that night, I don't know, I tweaked something in my knee at work, and I just couldn't walk. I couldn't put any pressure on my leg, and so I had to get an MRI. And today I got a cortisone shot, so I feel a little better. But yeah, I thought, because I've been going in pretty regularly for the past couple of years for my other knee and now my shoulder, I thought they were just going to put me down. I thought that I was going to walk in and they were just going to be like, all right, come here in the back shed. We got something for you.
What do you think your knee problem is contributed to?
A combination of things. Being fat is one of them, not as active.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then
it was kind of the same.
Work-related stuff, you know.
Oh, well, yeah. Standing around a lot, all that pressure on your knees and shit.
That sucks.
Yep. Yeah, that's what he does at work. You're right. With inmates. That's why his knees hurt.
I want to tread so carefully because I could have made a joke, but then it would have been racist.
I just said how you
sucking. No, I mean, it was just an attack on me, but then...
Oh, you had a racist joke.
No.
You just said you did.
I couldn't possibly. No.
You know, you can say it. I'll bleep it out.
I'm not going to.
Liar.
No. Yeah,
I wouldn't trust me one bit.
Not only would you not bleep it out, you would enhance it, and then you would probably send it to my work.
Yes. Oh, not even that. I'd actually have other voices, comment on it of whatever race you decided to make fun of. Yeah.
And celebrity voices and whatnot.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Celebrities, too. So what else, Johnny? What else?
That was it. I mean, since the injury, it was pretty much doing the essentials to stay alive. taking shits and eating and laying down.
Yes, that'll do it.
Yeah,
That'll do it.
that's all I've been doing.
Wow. So the magic show was kind of a bummer in the sense of the magic, but the dinner. What'd you have for dinner though? Because I've been to those type of shows. So what did you actually have for what was the dinner? Because they're kind of preset, right? Or
right. And I had prime rib. The wife had mac and cheese, and it was good. But it's one of those things like I can make a pretty good prime rib, and so when I go to
you judged
when I can make a good prime rib, and then I go someplace and it's not as good.
You're basically Jesus at a winery.
Yeah.
He tastes it and goes, "Bring me water. I'll show you.
I'll show you how it's done." Well, it's also those kind of places they're like the food isn't necessarily the draw. It's definitely the show aspect.
It's the whole thing, right? Because I've been to one in San Francisco, which is really popular, and it's right on. It's on the wharf, right on the water, and the food was immaculate. But it was a murder mystery show. So the whole thing goes the whole time during dinner, the whole entire time, and it's a whole play, and it was really cool, and they involved the audience, and I didn't have mac and cheese. That's for sure. I didn't judge him either, Johnny. They didn't bring me out my lobster, and I went, "You fools! I brought a net with me, and I'm going to the ocean. Give me 15 minutes."
Were you talking like that too, in character?
I was in character the whole time.
I think he's part of the play.
Yeah. I'm going to kill everyone. Uh-oh.
Gave it away.
So, okay. Yeah. So that was your week, huh? Good old anniversary dinner.
Yep. And
with
then
the wife.
Celebrating and then recovering. That's all I've been doing all week.
Recovering. Just age.
Ooh, man. You just can't fight father
age.
time. Just got to accept
cannot. It. Yeah. Except for if you're Tom Brady. So
yeah,
just when it catches up to him, he's gonna hate it. That's all. He's gonna hate it. He's gonna hit him at once. It's like fuck everything at once.
It's gonna be like that sad image. Remember when they wheeled around? Was it Ted Williams at Fenway? And it was like, oh my god, I'm so grown men crying type of thing.
Yeah, they bring him out like all the time on a cart. Like just leave the old man alone.
Like the crypt keeper.
Yeah. Let him die. Laura, your week that was anything interesting?
I went to Vegas, so a lot interesting.
Vegas.
Yeah.
How many days? Give me some details. Who'd you go with?
Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Flew home Tuesday. Went with my best friend, with her on a semi-work trip. Like she was going with her coworkers and didn't want to go just with her coworkers, so she invited me and paid for my hotel.
Oh.
So I'm 7.5 months pregnant, but I was like, hey, half off a trip to Vegas. Let's do it. I haven't been in 10 years. And it's a weird place, Vegas. I kind of forgot, or I didn't notice as much before when I was 10 years younger. I don't know. But what people were wearing, and when I say people, I mean women, were wearing was absolutely ridiculous. Like, I didn't know you could dress like that in public and not get arrested. Like,
the thing is this, what you call ridiculous, Johnny and I called, well, good for you, young lady.
What's interesting, it was completely not relegated to the young and the hot. Or the thin. Like, there were women wearing thongs.
Oh, yeah.
And see-through bodysuits with nothing on underneath. And I was like, I didn't know that you could do that. That you could just walk around nips out.
Yeah. You just need to be really confident or buy cocaine in the morning and then get dressed.
Okay, so what I'm going to do right now is send you guys a video I took. It's going to be on our group thread. You should get it here in a minute. Laura, since you opened up the door, because I've been holding on to this for a couple of weeks.
Oh, well.
When you're talking about inappropriate stuff, this is a little video of a streetwalker in my streetwalker.
That's what I was wondering about. I was wondering about hookers.
Yes,
and I was like,
all over.
how do you pick out the hookers amongst people dressed like this, because the women that I saw, I think very clearly were not hookers. They were with their friends.
Just having a good time,
Yes.
blah, blah, blah. Yeah.
And wow. Okay, I'm going to watch this video.
But I don't know if they're not, I don't think they're opposed to being hookers at that moment if you just offer them the right money. So
I can't
Dental
really
plan.
see it, Johnny. I can't see it very well.
dental plan. That's just it. Here's the thing. I've been to Vegas like 3 or 4 times this year, and there was at one point we're at a bar, and one of the guys we were with was sitting at the bar just getting a drink, and some Asian lady pulled up beside him. She was kind of normal dressed, she was probably in her early 40s, and she was hitting on him so hard until about 30 minutes later she goes, "And this is my price."
Yeah.
And he had no clue. He just thought some nice person wanted to talk to him. He bought her a couple of drinks and was like, "Oh, cool." And then we all were like, and we all knew it about 10 minutes in, like, "Oh, here we go. She's trying to get a customer." And he had no clue. He was like, "Yeah, you're very friendly. Wow, you know math." And you have to ask every Asian person that, no matter what.
What was the price?
And
Out of curiosity.
I think it was $500.
Wow.
Yeah, that's $500.
That seems
Oh, and then
expensive.
she had a
I
friend
don't
with her
know.
too that she was trying to get her friend business. Like almost like, "Hey, bring your resume tonight. I'll get you some work."
So this completely lines up then with what my friend's husband was telling us before we left, was that the hookers aren't dressed as crazy as some of those women who are just out there with their friends having a great time. They're dressed like semi-normal, kind of nice, and there's either one or either by themselves or with one other girl, and that's how they do it. And so that 100% lines up with exactly what you said, Lafayette.
Yeah. So what else in Vegas? Give me some more highlights. I mean, you didn't just see hookers. You can do that anywhere.
No, we saw David Copperfield. They did a show.
Wow. How was that?
It was okay. He was kind of a sex symbol, right? In the 90s.
He was popular as shit. Yeah.
Yeah, and he was like wearing shirts that were all open and flowy and shit. He's
Yeah,
making
he
things
was so
disappear.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now he's 60-something years old. So he luckily has realized he does need to jump tracks. He can no longer go with that MO. And he's doing a lot more mentalist stuff.
Okay.
Which was
Okay,
fun.
okay.
It was interesting. And he did make a car appear out of thin air, which was
Did he,
pretty
though?
amazing.
Like the way the
from my
illusion looked.
perspective, he
That's what I
certainly
mean.
did.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's that good, right? Like,
Yeah.
it's crazy because that dude must have so much money.
Yeah.
Like, just like, he doesn't have to do his magic anymore. You're good, David.
I mean,
Relax,
unless he was
buddy.
bad with his money. A lot of people are bad with money.
Yeah, Johnny. So what else?
We saw Love, the Cirque du Soleil
Ooh.
show, the Beatles Cirque du Soleil show.
Yeah.
And then one of my travel companions, which I shall not name to keep their reputation intact.
Let's say Barry. Okay,
Sure,
what about Barry?
Barry.
Uh-huh.
One of the people we were traveling with is a girl from Vietnam, and she flew over for the trip, and the entire time, Barry kept pointing out every Asian thing that we passed.
Barry's the best.
And I was so embarrassed for her, for him. He's like, "Look at that one. Look at that slot machine. Look at that slot machine."
No,
And-
he was doing with the slot
Yes,
machines
and then
too.
there's 1,000 of them.
I know. That's crazy. That one has a dragon.
Yeah. He made her take a picture in front of the Crazy Rich Asian slot machine.
No.
And I felt so bad for her. And
Whoa.
but this,
How well do you know Barry?
Not at all. This is
Okay,
the first
'cause-
time I've met Barry.
Okay.
I-
wait,
So-
hold on. So the girl from Vietnam is not with Barry.
No, she's in the group.
She's in the
She's
group.
in the group.
She's in the
But-
group.
Barry's
but
in the
Barry
group.
is making her take pictures in front of everything Asian.
Yes.
Yeah, that's his.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, Barry's. I'm not gonna lie. Barry can definitely hang out with me.
It was
That's
so
so-
cringe.
It is. That's
No, that's
wild.
I'm gonna
But
have to
Johnny
bring that
feels
up at the
like-
next meeting because I don't
Yeah.
feel right about that.
I also didn't feel right about it, Johnny. And neither did my friend. Like, we were sitting there, we were like, Jesus Christ.
How was the Vietnamese girl taking it?
Yeah, how was she taking it?
She just seemed like kind
Go
of
along with it, or
going along with it to be nice, but also just like
Is Barry the boss?
yes, Barry is the boss.
with a name like that, fuck Barry's the boss. Yeah, of course. I
Barry
like how
is
the
the
boss
boss.
is the guy that's the dick.
Did a HR
but he's
rep
not-
go on the
He-
No,
trip
but
too?
that's just it. He's not.
He wasn't a dick. He's just a fucking clueless idiot.
No, that's what I mean. He's not trying to be a dick. He's Michael Scott.
Exactly.
Like
It's
100%.
so- a moment from The Office. It was bad. And then
Yeah, that's
he
what
was,
Michael Scott would do. Like Michael Scott would see her and go, "Oh, you want to come? Oh, we had so much fun." And
Yeah.
then he'd be like, "I kid, but let's go eat Chinese food." Like that's Michael Scott,
Yes,
100%.
yes. And then like before she got there, like when it was just like me, my friend, and this guy, every time girls walked by with boobies, he would just be like, and like high five. He's like, "Did you see that? Nice!" And like high
So you
fiving
did.
us.
Wow,
I'm like,
you
oh my
fucking
god.
You went somewhere with Michael fucking
I
Scott.
did.
It's
I went
amazing.
somewhere with Michael
It's
Scott.
I love everything
I spent
about
a weekend
Barry.
in Vegas with Michael Scott.
But you got to go to shows, which is I think the highlight of Vegas.
Yeah.
Like if you go to Vegas just to party and gamble, no, shows are just you got to see shows.
And
Or
Oh.
go to Old Town Vegas for the horse race game. Either or.
I saw it.
Oh, you saw
I
it.
saw it. I took a picture of it and I sent it to Johnny. And I'm like, "This is it. This is your game. It's gotta be. It's gotta be."
the newer version though. The
Yeah.
one that I played
The
on
one
the
that cheats
cruise
you.
and I won money.
I think it was in the Bellagio. I don't remember because, like, you're casino hopping the whole time. My friend had a grand time playing it. She's like, "This is my new favorite game. I love it."
It's so fun.
What hotel did you stay at?
We stayed at Paris.
Oh, I like that one. It's nice. Yeah, it's nice. Oh, cool. So, anything else from Vegas? Any other highlights?
I mean, that was pretty much it.
That's
Food,
pretty much
food
it.
was great. you know.
Yeah. Food is good there. Food is very good in Vegas. Johnny, any Vegas highlights from this year, or have you not been this year?
No, I haven't been maybe like 4 or 5 years.
Oh, it hasn't changed. Don't worry about it.
But I want
It's
to
literally-
go to. There's a couple of shows. I don't know if Boyz II Men are still performing on the Strip. I think they were at the Mirage.
I didn't
And
see any
then-
posters, and I feel like I saw a lot of posters.
But I guarantee if you call the manager and requested it, they'd book it. They need something to do. They need something to do. Hey, we got somebody who wants it. We sold the ticket. We're there.
They're like giving me roses and shit. I'm like,
Call you up on stage.
I really want to see the Jabberwockies too.
They're always there.
Yeah, I saw that one. I saw that advertisement.
Yeah. How about Bruno Mars? I think he does like 3 weeks then off, then 3 weeks then off, or something like that. Yeah.
I don't know that I
He's
saw
kind
that one.
of smart that way, though. Yeah, definitely shows. I'll tell you, I love the Cirque shows. They're great.
I mean, I enjoyed it. It was the first Cirque show that I had ever seen, but I think that I'm just old now, and like the abstract, whimsical nature of it confuses me and irritates me.
Well, Love is very confusing. It's a confusing
Yes.
show because it's not about the Beatles. It's just using their music to tell a story, written primarily.
And the story
Where-
is very fuzzy.
Yeah. Oh, it's all over the place. Oh, yeah. It's like watching Morbius.
Yeah.
Like, just please stop. We don't want any more.
Yeah,
But-
that's exactly right.
But if you go see O at the Bellagio, amazing show, great story, everything. It takes place in water. It's amazing.
I saw O, and
Oh, you did?
it was pretty warm there, so I fell asleep for 20 or 30 minutes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it was along the same lines. The story was I was like, is he the hero? Is he the villain? I don't understand.
He was
So-
the hero.
I don't
was
even know
looking-
who you're talking about.
Yeah,
There's 100 people.
Barry.
fucking-
Remember when Barry
Nobody
saw
knows who the main
boobs?
character is. It's all very confusing.
Like Barry would stand up during a show, boobs. I'm
Yeah.
like, the show's on, Barry.
I wasn't
Calm
paying
down.
attention, man. I was sitting next to the dragon statue taking pictures.
That's right.
for my people.
Barry's awesome. Barry's fucking
Fuck
awesome.
Barry.
Hey, whoa. Barry is so he is Michael Scott. I
So
would
this group, it was your friends,
Coworkers.
co-workers. What do they do?
I'm not gonna. I don't want to say because I don't want to
Go ahead.
incriminate.
Oh, they're state workers. What?
No, they're not.
No.
It's a private
Okay.
company.
Oh, okay. So insurance, we got it. So that's great. Oh, there you go. So we got some Vegas. Mine has to do with man nerd stuff, and this means that every man out there, well, not every man. Let's not get carried away. Every real man
I'm listening.
When their when their technology breaks, they do not hesitate just to go out and replace it, and they're always thinking better. Does not matter, and it can be literally like headphones. Oh, one doesn't work. Nah, trash them. I can get something way better now. Well, my TV all of a sudden just stopped working after 5 years. The backlight went out on my Sony Bravia.
What
nice
size?
TV, 55-inch 4K, all the bells and whistles, HDR, whatever.
I'm just gonna interject real quick. A real man fixes it. Sorry.
Well, here's the thing. So, I tried. I did try.
You did try.
I did. And this is nowadays when you want to fix something, what do you do?
YouTube.
YouTube.
Exactly. You YouTube, and the greatest thing about YouTube is you can literally type the exact details of what's wrong in the search, and it pops up.
Yeah.
So I just look it up. This guy's, I'll have the solution. I just unplug it. Just wait for like this long, plug it back in, do a hard reset. Okay. It worked for like 20 minutes. It's like, oh, it worked. Shut off. And then it started flashing, which means that something's wrong, technically. And this other guy has another solution. Try his. It works for 15 minutes, shuts off, yada, yada, yada. I call a TV repair shop. Hey, man, this is what's going on. And it blinks this many times. That's a code. It means that your backlight's out. So your TV's pretty much, it works, but you need to replace the backlight, which costs $500. I was like, it cost me what new TV I'm buying? Click.
Right. Exactly.
And there's no, I mean, most men do not hesitate. If they can buy something new and upgrade, they're going to go right away. So
100%.
yeah, see, Johnny knows. So I just run off to Best Buy, do my research for the night because the TV broke in the evening. And then I go back to YouTube and do some more like this TV versus this TV, reviews of this and that. And then I narrowed it all down to an LG C2 OLED, which is supposed to be like top of the line. And I was like, oh, I'm going to get it. Fuck it. And then now it's sitting here in the casa. And one thing is when you live with only one other person and she has she could care less. Nobody's helping you put the TV up. Nobody's helping you set up. Just me. And I'm like, oh, whatever. So, but it's great.
But you would prefer that though, right? I mean, like,
Oh yes.
As a guy, you
because
prefer that.
it's don't touch it. You're probably gonna break it.
Yeah, and you don't know about audio because I have the ears for it. I'm a professional.
It's one of those, like, it's even like when I turn it on and I'm like, oh, that looks amazing. She's like, looks like the last TV. I look at her with death stare, like, you know nothing. You know nothing. If Barry was here, Barry would be like, oh, take a picture of TV. and I show him boobies, just calm down. And then, but yeah, so that's a guy thing.
Noise. And then
Noise. I like that. I like noise. Noise. High five. Oh, Barry's the best. But yeah, so the new TV has made its way to the casa and with an extended warranty plan, so it doesn't happen again. And if you know what an OLED TV is, it is basically top of the line type of technology for TVs, and it's like literally half an inch thin. The TV.
That's pretty cool.
It's wild.
I want a bigger TV. My husband won't get a bigger TV.
So how big do you want a TV?
I don't know, bigger than whatever we have now.
What do you have?
I have no idea.
Oh my god!
You see what we're talking about?
It's on the wall. It's on the wall. It's a very like ornate situation because the whole wall is a gallery wall of antique photographs,
okay.
and the TV has we custom made a frame to make it look like it was like the centerpiece photo or painting in the wall. So if we got a bigger TV, we'd have to rearrange the whole gallery wall and remake the frame. And my husband's like, I'm not doing that.
So that's why.
Right. You're 7 weeks away from another baby. That's not happening.
No.
Enjoy your tiny TV.
I've been talking about for the past... Oh, God, we must have had this TV for at least 5 or 6 years. Longer than that. Longer than that.
That means you have old technology.
Yeah, definitely.
You're living in the past. It's like your antique wall or whatever. It's all in the past. Yeah, so that was that for the week. And then nothing really more than that. I just went to the beach on the weekends because I live by a beach. Sorry to tell that to you people if that make you feel bad.
Lucky.
And then, well, you saw hookers and a magic show. So, and then... that's pretty much it, you know. And then got a couple things lined up for the weekend. Going to a Dodgers game. Might go to also an NFL game. I mean, I'm telling you, LA life. Can't get away from it. Just sucks you in. Soaks you in. And then, but there you go. That's our week, people. It was filled with magic and dinner, magic and hookers, and new TVs. That's the week. And then Carlos is just at Disneyland. We can tell you what he's doing. And Hugh's in a bunker somewhere, in fetal position, hoping not to get carried away by the wind. So,
Poor Hugh.
I feel like Hugh doesn't have good survival skills.
No. Oh, no. He would be the worst. He was the first person to leave his family and kids behind.
He's got some of that FEMA water, just fucking hoarding it. And
Oh my God. Yeah. Oh, no matter. You know what? Let's not say too much. Okay. We'll take a break here on Nerds Talking the podcast. We'll be right back after this.
You ever wonder where to get cheap gizmos and gadgets and electronics? You want to know how to get things real cheap? Listen to my podcast, Boosted It. We got Nintendos, Xbox, computers. You need television sets, the ones with the tubes.
No one wants to listen to your show, Tony. It's really stupid. I mean, you know nothing about electronics, and,
The show would be better if you weren't here, but I had to bring you here because I'm married to your mother, and she wants you not to be hanging around all those hooligans out there. Now shut up, I'm trying to promote my
you
show.
don't even know what a smartphone is. I mean, you're an idiot.
It does. You know what? You know nothing.
Smartwatch, huh?
A what?
Smartwatch, on your wrist.
Watches aren't smart. They just tell you time. The smart one is reading the watch. Me, knowing the time.
Idiot, that's what you are.
What are you talking about?
You're stupid, you know nothing. Get out of here.
You need to just sit over there. I bought you a soda pop.
Yeah, man.
Didn't I get you some candy or something?
Shut up, yeah.
Shut up. Anyway,
God.
the show's called Boosted It.
You
That's
stole
not
it.
what you think. But it's a great show for kids.
It's a criminal.
And,
He's a loser and a criminal.
what is it now?
You heard me. I
I
hate
swear
you.
to God. Your mother,
What about my mother?
God bless her soul.
She's not even dead. What are you talking about?
I know she's not dead. Sometimes I wish she was dead.
I mean, what?
Anyway.
I'm going to tell my mom.
Oh, you're going to tell your mother
Yeah,
that,
I'm
huh?
going to tell my mom you said that.
Nobody likes you anyway.
Everybody likes me. My mom
Not
likes
even
me.
your father.
Huh?
That's why he left you.
My father died in an accident, you son of a bitch.
Well, he left you. Anyway, he wanted to leave. He left. So
What?
why you... Doesn't matter.
That's not right.
The show's called Boosted It. This kid's a punk. You want to know about gizmos, gadgets, who's and
knows
what's?
nothing.
Listen to it anyway. It's on every platform. Anything you want to do's.
No.
You can even buy it at Radio Shack.
Radio Shack doesn't exist. That's why you're an idiot.
What do you mean Radio Shack doesn't
You're
exist?
stupid.
You know what doesn't exist?
What? Tell me, huh?
Your father. Ha ha. Gotcha, punk.
And now back to Nerds Talking the podcast. Welcome back to Nerds Talking the podcast. Remember to download, rate, subscribe, review, tell your friends, turn on your notifications every Friday. Nerds Talking the podcast, over 100 episodes. So you got plenty to choose from. Plenty of topics, plenty of things we review, and plenty times I make fun of Johnny. Just right here. You know the best part is, the making fun of Johnny has also carried over to another show, which is like Joey Valentine decided to do it too. Hopefully not everybody catches on. Next time I listen to Joe Rogan, he's making fun of Johnny.
That would be awesome.
That
Our
would actually would be
downloads
awesome.
Go through the roof.
That would be awesome.
Joe Rogan, please
not gonna
make fun
lie.
of Johnny and me and anybody else.
Not
Joe
me.
Rogan told me to stand by next to a dragon statue.
You'd
I
do it.
probably would.
I probably
You
would
do
too.
it. You do it. Yeah. Do you guys listen to any other podcasts that are really popular, like some really popular stuff, or just other podcasts in general you listen to?
I listen to a lot of podcasts.
Yeah, so do I. During work,
Yeah.
I know. Well, Johnny doesn't during work, or else people would be running rampant on the streets, criminals. So, but Johnny, do you listen to any other podcasts though?
To go to sleep, I have a couple of different ones. There's one where Brian Baumgartner, he's Kevin on The Office.
Yep.
It's just a podcast about The Office, and
And
So-
doesn't he have other people from The Office on it quite often, or no?
yeah. Well, so there were two of them.
Okay.
The one was an oral history of The Office, and it goes through
Yeah, that's right.
the casting and all that stuff. I'll listen to that one to fall asleep, and then I've been re-listening to the Ricky Gervais podcast.
Does he not do his show anymore?
No.
Oh, okay.
It's been years since he's done it, but
Okay.
they had turned it into like a HBO like cartoon or animated.
That's right. Yes.
thing.
That's right. How
So
about you,
those are
Laura?
the two for now. And then I listened to Nerds Talking.
Yeah, that one's okay. The host is phenomenal. Laura?
My most regular listen is a podcast called Time Suck with Dan Cummings. It's
Time Suck with Dan Cummings.
yeah.
I mean,
He's a stand-up comedian, kind of like of underground, I would say. Not underground. He's not hugely popular. Like, he doesn't have Netflix specials or anything.
Is that his real name?
Yeah. That's his real name. Cummings.
Yeah. Just like Whitney Cummings, right? So.
Yep.
I know, it's just ironic. Just
it is with the title of the show.
Sucking and then Cummings.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
So I like that show a lot because they do a lot of he does a lot of random topics. Like, there'll be history, there'll be society, there'll be true crime, like all mixed in. And so like you're always going to get something a little bit different. And I really like to learn. So that's a top one. Reluctant Historian with our buddies. That's another regular that I listen to every week. And then a psychology podcast that I've been really into lately called The Hidden Brain. It's very boring. It's very NPR, but
yes.
I like psychology a lot, so I listen to that one a lot. And then I'm a semi-regular listener to Rogan, just depending on who's on.
Yeah, I've kind of fallen off Rogan because he was really popular during the whole pandemic, like really popular, and it seems like I don't hear about him so much anymore.
Oh, he was controversial.
Yeah, he was
controversial as fuck.
Exactly. And then he was talking like he was a scientist at all times.
I mean, he had points. I don't know what to say.
Everyone has a point about that stuff.
But then he's also talking to scientists.
Yeah.
He is. And then he'll get scientists to contradict him and so forth. The thing with him is if someone calls him out, oh, fuck, I guess I'm wrong. Like, that's his response.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck it, I'm wrong.
And that's what I like about him.
Yeah. I listen to the Dan Le Batard Show podcast. It's really good. It's a sports podcast called the Dan Le Batard Show with Stu Gatz.
Sports.
It's a sports podcast. You think they talk, but they don't really talk sports. 50% of the time, it's them talking about whatever going on in the world. Okay. It's a whole ensemble. Like 10 people are on the show. It's kind of wild.
That's a lot of people.
Listen to Chris Jericho's podcast, Really Famous Wrestler. He interviews a lot of wrestlers and rock and roll musicians, so it's kind of fun. And then I'll just find stuff. I listened to recently the Bobby Lee, the comedian from Mad TV, his podcast.
Are him and his girl still broken up?
They are, but they still do their show together.
Awkward.
Oh, that's nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And they constantly talk about their sex life when they're together. No matter
weird.
What. Yeah. And I don't know. You would think he'd be really funny. I think that's the problem. Like the podcast is about Tim Cummings. Still a great name.
Dan.
Damn it, Dan. Is he trying to be funny?
Yeah.
Because the thing about Bobby Lee is I listen and I expect him to be funny because of course that you expect. That's how you made your name. And it's just not a funny show at all.
No. He tries to be more dramatic funny,
like, yeah.
I'm not the biggest fan of Bobby Lee. Like
first of all, what's your last name?
Italy.
You son of a bitch. You betray your own kind. Where's Barry? So there you go. At my age, I find myself listening to podcasts almost 80% of the time over music. So
you're driving a lot.
I drive a lot, so I listen to. It's a great way to kill time. Just put the podcast in the background and then join in the conversation like they're my friends and I'm a loser in my vehicle. A lonely loser.
Kind of podcast is a genre that I thought was pretty popular, but turns out it wasn't. Was that like factual / interesting, learning, and funny, which is very difficult to find. And that's what I tried to make with Impolite Society.
But I think that's a good show mix, like you said. Like finding out about who created this machine, like whatever, how the sewing machine went from this to this, and kind of make it humorous in a sense.
The dollop is a little bit like that. That's if you guys have ever listened to that one.
No, I have no ears. But yeah, so we move on to what everybody's watching, and I start off with Dahmer. If you haven't seen Dahmer on Netflix, the story of Jeffrey Dahmer, the serial killer from Milwaukee. It is a very interesting watch. It's a very good show, well acted, like very well acted. And it's not gruesome. You think it's going to be gruesome because what he did, killed 17 people, chopped them up, ate them, saved their heads, dipped their body in acid, clean, like he would strip them to the bone and save the bones, and He would crush them to dust. It was wild.
Drill
What
holes
he did
in their heads and
he would
pour acid into their heads.
Yeah, 2 of them he made zombies, as he would call them.
Tried
He
to.
would drill. Yeah, he would. Yeah, and but it's man, it's a wild story, and he got caught because one of them got away, and ran to the cops and said, "This is some bitch trying to kill me." When they broke into his house, the cops, the man, they opened the fridge and found like 3 heads, and they're like, "What the fuck?" And
I think they pulled him over for a ticket or something like that.
They did
If
pull
I
him
remember.
over. They didn't do anything. He had
no, they didn't do anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
They
the
had-
worst
he had
one.
bodies in his car.
Yeah, the worst. That's right. They showed that. They
Oh,
showed that in the
man.
show. The worst one was the 14-year-old. Was it the 14-year-old? Oh, that
kid.
was the worst. So he drilled a hole in his kid's head. He woke up so confused. The kid. He got out of the apartment because Jeffrey had to go out and get a drink or some shit. I forgot what he left for.
Pack
and
of
the
cigarettes.
kid, yeah, and the kid was wandering out. He was outside, and some people saw him and said, "Hey, you look like you need some help." And he
Wandering
couldn't
around
really-
naked.
Yeah,
Yeah.
naked. He couldn't talk basically because somebody drilled a fucking hole in his head. And when the cops come, Jeffrey shows up and he's like, "Oh, that's my boyfriend." The cops are like, "Oh, that's cool. Well, let's go. You guys back up to the room." And they're like, "That's not his boyfriend. That guy he's drugged. He's clearly drugged. Something's wrong with that kid. Blah blah blah." And the cops are like, "Ma'am, stay out of this. He's white. We're white. Fair enough." And they, like, no joke. And they take him upstairs, and the cops don't want to go in his apartment for the funniest reason.
Because he's
Because
gay.
they don't want to get AIDS.
Yep.
Literally, that's what they say.
It's the height of the AIDS epidemic.
Yeah, and they're like, "We'll leave you 2 in here. We don't want to come inside because AIDS." And they're like, "It smells really bad in here. We're not gonna worry about that death smell. AIDS. We're leaving now."
Yeah.
like what? And that kid got a vat. He got a vat of acid. Yeah, crazy. That dude had a whole vat of acid in his fucking apartment. Power. I mean, everything. Power tools. I mean. Man, that dude is nuts. This is fucking nuts. But you got to watch it. It's actually a really good watch. It's very, very accurate because he had interviews. He did interviews from prison, so they know every detail of everything he's done.
And he was very forthcoming in all of his interviews.
Yeah, he didn't hold back.
And when they
one of
caught
his-
him, he was like, "Yep."
Yep, exactly.
got me.
No, that's me. Those are the 2 severed penises in my fridge. I was trying to
Yep.
save them for later.
Yep.
Yeah, and yeah. So Dahmer on Netflix, yeah.
I only watched half of it, and I'm like, I think I'm good. And not that it wasn't a good show, because it was. I'm more interested in the police element of true crime. So the first episode really got me. But after that, it's just like, this is just sad and disgusting and horrific.
Oh, no, yeah. He's a sad piece of shit, his life. He's a sad sack. Yeah.
He really is sad because it's like, I think he was clearly born just bad. He had a fairly decent childhood, at least comparative to some other serial killers. It's just, his head is just wrong, and it's always been wrong, and he knows it, and it's just kind of sad. And then that first episode, that's the one that really got me, because it's the guy that gets away, that gets him caught, is the first episode.
Yes.
And I am completely in awe of this man, because the things that he does would never even occur to me. I would just try brute force over and over and over again to get out of there. But he actually, calmed himself down and like talked to him and like kind of seduced him and got him to, let down his guard a little bit. And then he ran the fuck out of there while Dahmer was distracted with something. That would never occur to me, to be compliant for a certain amount of time until I could escape.
Did you make it to the second survivor?
No.
Which is actually the first survivor. Oh, okay.
No.
That
in
guy,
the show, no.
That guy told the police that he drugged me. He was gonna kill him. Like, just told him everything. The cops are like, "Well, we'll check on him." They go interview him, and they're like, "I don't know anything. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking. Oh, you're good then. You're good, sir. All right, out of here."
Wow.
And he came back to the police station like, "You don't fucking believe me because I'm black." He's like, "No, we talked to him. He was cool and he was white, so we're good. We're good." So yeah.
That's
So
horrible.
watch it. It's really good. It's a little slow because it's very much like he just had a sad sack life, like fired from every job. He's a piece of shit and arrested for he was actually on the sex offenders list also.
Yep.
So check it out. Check it out. It's a Dahmer. A thumbs up. Let the kids watch it with you. Thumbs up. And it's funny on Twitter. It's a big thing that people are on Twitter like, oh my God, I can't believe Netflix would make such a show. That man's horrible. Look, the families are going to live through this again. I'm like, well, they don't have to watch it, number one. And number two, you guys heard of John Wayne Gacy? Oh.
Yeah, and I mean, there's so much true crime stuff out there. I mean, I don't know why anybody would be up in arms about this in particular.
Well, I think
the
the
Bundy
younger
tapes, they did the whole
I know, that was
thing.
good too. Yeah, the younger generation, I don't think they knew of Jeffrey Dahmer. So they're very like, what?
Yeah.
And I'm like, really? You guys just found this shit out? Like, this was huge news. But then again, if you're in your 20s, you wouldn't have any clue who Jeffrey Dahmer was.
You don't know anything when you're in your 20s.
Oh, that's true. That's true. So who's your favorite serial killer? Go ahead, Laura.
I don't have a favorite serial killer.
I was waiting.
I despise that question.
I was
because
trying to get you. I was trying to get you. Oh, man. Mine's Booth, the guy that shot Lincoln. That son of a bitch deserved it. Johnny, what have you watched of late?
Lately, I've been watching Welcome to Wrexham.
Very, very good show.
Yeah, that's about Ryan Reynolds and
Come on, you can
Rob
do
McElhenney.
it. There you go.
Two actors that bought a soccer club in Wales.
Yep.
And it's got a ton of heart. It's like a true Ted Lasso type of show.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's a little difficult. I mean, I'm glad they have subtitles because the Welsh, man, their accents are thick.
Right? Oh, my God. And they're speaking English.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's a great show. I mean, it's got a ton of heart. It's unfortunate that they make me wait. I'm really into the shows that like.
Wait, what episode are you on? Because I've watched all of them already.
The last one. No, I mean. So there's one coming out today. One
Is
coming
there
out next
really?
week. Yeah, there's still more episodes coming.
Oh, because the one I watched last was when they finished the season. And they sucked, and they weren't promoted. And
What the fuck? Spoiler alerts, dick.
well, you said you were waiting for more.
Well, shut up.
You definitely set yourself up for that one, Johnny.
Yeah, he did.
You shut up too. No, but it's interesting enough so that I can watch it, and I don't know anything about European soccer, so I mean I didn't know until now that they fucking lost and they're still in the bottom tier or whatever. But whatever.
Well, the best part of the show is watching the decisions they make for the team, like when they have to buy the new turf and everything.
Yeah.
And just their looks on their faces when every time, like, this cost this much. They're like, oh shit, I know. Like, goddamn, this cost this much too. Like, fuck, we shouldn't have bought this.
Well, like
thing.
Rob McElhenney, he's a little more stressed about it because he's not as big of an actor as Ryan Reynolds. He doesn't have all these. But I think
I think he's way more into it though. That's another thing.
Are they playing themselves?
No, they're just owners of the team. And
no. It's a documentary show. Yeah, it's not a TV show, Laura. It's an actual, like, real life show.
Seriously?
Yeah, Rob and Ryan are just themselves.
Oh, I had no idea.
Yeah. And like Johnny said, Ryan owns Aviation Gin, so the dude is loaded. So he's probably. I would guess he's probably at least 70% owner of the team, and
he could probably pay for it with his Mint Mobile money too.
Oh yeah.
He's
easy.
got a lot of fires going.
Even
it's
his
very different premise.
Yeah, even his Deadpool money. To be honest, I mean.
Oh Jesus, yeah.
Yeah. But no, the show. Continue, Johnny. But the show is excellent.
Yeah, show is excellent. Like I said, ton of heart. I would say it's about 25% soccer. Maybe a little bit more, and then the rest of it focuses on the people of the city and the town, how much they love their football team, how much they'll travel 3, 4, 5 hours to go to a game, and travel 3, 4, 5 hours like during the middle of the week, and then they have to work the next day. Shit like that.
Yeah.
I mean, they love their soccer.
It's such a small town that's what they live for. Is just their team, nothing more. They live for the team. And when they found out those two bought the team, it was as if Bill Gates bought the team.
Right.
They were so they were so ecstatic. And then Deadpool's everywhere in the town now. And they create a stupid little theme song, which I absolutely hate, but hey, whatever. Yeah, so check that out. Welcome to Wrexham. Yeah, good call, Johnny. It's a phenomenal show. It's on FX or the next day on Hulu. So check it out. So Laura, we're on to you now. What are you watching? Let the people know what they should watch.
I just started The Gilded Age on HBO. That is by Julian Fellows, the person who wrote and did everything with Downton Abbey.
Downton Abbey.
I absolutely loved. And I was super into Gilded Age. Like, I watched the first episode. I'm like, I'm in, you son of a bitch. Wait, it's the other way. You son of a bitch, I'm in.
Easy sell.
And it's just all about New York in late 1800s or early 1900s. I'm not 100% sure on the timeline. And old money versus new money. And it's fascinating. The dynamic of how they interact. And of course the sets are just stunning. That is totally my aesthetic. All that old, rich, turn of the century white man is my design aesthetic. So just looking at everything in it is just like, it's so beautiful.
It is. It's actually a good show. I've probably seen it 4 episodes. And the good thing about that show, like you said, the best part of that show is seeing how the rich treat others.
Yeah.
In that 1890 to 1920 time frame, and how, like, if you don't have money, don't even come near us. You know, like, don't even bother. Like, I forgot what episode it is. There's one episode where one of the main characters is about to lose everything, and all they think about is where they're gonna be in society, like where they're gonna be placed in class. That's all they care about. How are people gonna view me now?
Yeah.
If I lose all this, then what? All they care about is, and you know what's funny? That's basically nowadays in social media. It's like,
that's a really good point.
It's
like what will I do if I lost all my followers?
Exactly. Who will
Would I
be?
even exist?
Right? Like all of a sudden God kills you. Why'd you kill me? Yeah, you feel like you don't need. You had no more purpose apparently, so I got rid of you. Yeah, no, it's a good show. So are you going to continue watching because you've only seen 1 episode?
Oh, definitely. I'm kidding. As soon as that, because I saw it on the plane
Oh,
to and from Las Vegas, and immediately went to go to the next episode, and then the Wi-Fi on the plane was all fucked up, and I was like, God damn it! And then I had to read a book.
Nerd.
And immediately when I got home, I told my husband, I'm like, you have to download this ASAP. I need to watch it. I need to finish it. I need to binge watch.
Did
Oh,
you
yeah.
have it now?
Oh, he'll get it for me.
All right. Where does he get it from? Don't say. The FBI might listen to our show.
I don't actually. I couldn't even answer that question. I just know he gets it.
Well. There we go. So we got Welcome to Wrexham, a good old soccer show on FX. It's a good show. Check it out. You got Dahmer, family friendly show for the kids. And we got, what's the name of the show again, Laura?
Gilded Age.
Gilded Age. That's an HBO show if you want to catch up on it. Dahmer is a Netflix show, and Welcome to Wrexham is a Hulu show. So check them out. It's our recommendations. No reviews. Just telling you what to watch. That's what we do. Next, Johnny will tell you what to eat. We'll be right back here on Nerds Talking the Podcast.
What's up, everybody? And thanks for taking the time out of your busy day to listen to us try and sell you on our podcast, The Reluctant Historian.
Wait, this is a history podcast?
Well, obviously, I'm a history teacher.
This isn't what I signed up for.
Okay. Well, Dakota, before you try and get out of this, let's just play the trailer, and I'll show you and the audience how you can both love and hate history to enjoy this podcast.
Fine, play the trailer.
If you love history, or you absolutely hate it, The Reluctant Historian is the podcast for you. I'm Liz, and I love history.
I'm Dakota, and history is the worst.
So come along with me as I try to convince my husband that history is actually cool. Each week, I tell Dakota a story from history, and he gives his unapologetic thoughts and opinions on it.
If you're like me and can never sit through a history lecture without dozing off, I make sure to interject with a joke every chance I get. It's mostly to entertain myself, but if you like the joke, that's just a bonus.
So, let me teach you and my husband about Norse mythology and how it differs from the Marvel universe, if Rasputin actually did love a Russian queen, and how dogs aren't actually descended from werewolves, much to Dakota's disappointment.
And let me show you the challenges that come with agreeing to be on a show where I tell my wife if the story she told me was good or crappy. Am I gonna sleep on the couch tonight?
So tune in to The Reluctant Historian every Wednesday wherever you get your podcasts to find out.
Welcome back to Nerds Talking, the podcast. If you don't know yet, Deadpool 3 comes out September 2024, starring Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman as Wolverine.
Woo woo.
Yeah. Very interesting. So I have Johnny, Laura, and I'm Lafayette. And thank you for joining us. Kids acting stupid. That's Laura's topic. Kids acting stupid. So give me an example. Why are kids acting stupid?
So I saw this post on Facebook. I don't remember where it came from, where I saw it, like who posted it. But there was this picture of a Google search about Doc Martin, the person who created Doc Martin's The Boot, and that he was a German. I mean, basically that he was a Nazi. He was a German soldier during World War II. And all of the comments underneath it, these teenagers or 20-year-olds, or as we've established, 20-year-olds know absolutely nothing. They were flabbergasted that Doc Martin was a Nazi, and they were calling for a boycott of Doc Martens. And I was just completely in awe of how stupid young people are. Because I'm like, first of all, I've got some news for you all about Volkswagen, Hugo Boss.
Wait a second.
Coco Chanel.
Good Lord.
All of these brands that we know of that are world famous now. If it happened in Germany in the 40s, they were a part of the Nazi party. There was just no way around it. And also just like the lack of understanding that people have about things just blows my mind. They're like, we need to boycott. It was a Nazi. I was like, okay, just because he was a soldier in Germany in World War II does not make him an SS officer, does not make him a Nazi. Like, there was a required service in Germany at the time, and just the lack of understanding and the quick call to action of youth completely blows my mind. I'm just like, you kids are so fucking stupid.
Well, yeah, no, kids nowadays, you know what it is? It's a lack of a couple things. It's a lack of history. That's number one. And of course, you're not going to learn about Doc Martens in school, but it's still a lack of history. And it's just a quick, like, I'm going to make a judgment on this because I'm going to use this against it because I know nothing else. So this is what I'm going to go with.
Yeah.
You know? And that's a lot nowadays. It's a lot of things that goes on nowadays is that. It's just a quick judgment based on the small information you might have gained, and that's all you got.
And you stick to it, just no matter what.
Yeah, don't let it die. Yeah. It's
like,
so
wasn't
true.
it, they were like, the Gen Z was introduced to Metallica from Stranger Things, and they were like, they wanted to cancel Metallica based on... They did. Did they?
No, I'm saying they wanted to cancel them, which was so stupid.
Yeah. I was like, do you
Why'd
not
they want to cancel them?
Because of some of their music and how they talked about women. I think that's what it was. Lafayette?
Yeah, it was that, and their music was dark and satanic. Like, come on, really? Have you never listened to music? Like, have you never listened to rap music?
Ride the Lightning?
Yeah, I mean, rap music is let me get my gun, stupid bitch, and I'm gonna shoot my best friend if he's a snitch. Like, that's rap music, and you're gonna complain about Metallica telling us it's not a bad song, right? It's not a bad song. I'm gonna write that shit down. And I think you're right. It's funny, man. It's just people reacting to old stuff is hilarious. Like, you watch that stuff on YouTube, and people that will go around and ask questions to people, like, do you know this? And they just don't know anything. Yeah. There's one guy. He goes to Times Square. He's really popular on TikTok. And he just asks random teenagers just simple questions. How many stars are on the flag? 10? Or stuff like, how many states are there? 16?
Oh my God.
Like, he'll be in New York and goes, hey, are you from New York? Yeah. What's the capital of New York? Washington? Like, they won't know shit. And you're like, wow, this can't be for real. Like,
did Jay Leno used to do something like that?
He used to do that too.
He would go to graduations.
Universal Studios. You go to Universal Studios, and he'd just be like, hey, come on here. Now listen here. Where you from? Ohio. Okay. What kind of car is a Nazi car? Ford. No, it's a Volkswagen.
Oh, one of them used to go to a college graduation, and then the newly graduates.
The new smart ones.
Yeah, the new smart ones.
Jesus, that's even more depressing because it's
future.
not randos on the street. It's
Right.
an actual graduation from a university. That is even more depressing.
I mean, listen, you probably know college graduates that are dumb as rocks. Okay, I do. And you just feel like so bad for them. Because you're like, it's almost like they stopped learning. Like, just quit. You know, I'm like, they don't even want to learn anything. And people that tell me, I don't watch the news because you know, it's going to lie to me. And I'm like, then how do you get any information, period? Do you at least read the news?
What does my mom say? She says she watches alternative news.
What is alternative? Newsmax?
If you were to guess what
it's-
alternative
it's-
news was.
It's OAN, Newsmax, Fox, whatever.
No. That's even.
Oh, no.
Fox
Fox
is
is
too
off the
mainstream.
table now, though, because
Fox is too mainstream.
we
for
know
the
what they did on
alternatives.
election night, those bastards.
It's InfoWars, Alex
Wait,
Jones.
whoa.
Yeah.
Your mother watches InfoWars.
Yep.
Wow.
I tell her not to talk to me about it. Like, whenever she opens her mouth, I'm like, I don't want to hear it. That's
Yeah,
literally,
no,
I just shut her down. I'm like, I don't want to hear it.
I know people that are so into their 7-day Adventist. You guys know what that is?
Yeah,
It's a
yeah.
religion. Yeah. And 7-day Adventist is based on, primarily it's based on Revelations, which is, of course, apocalypse and Jesus is coming back and blah, blah, blah.
Is that the one that keeps predicting the end of the world and keep getting it wrong?
Yeah, they keep getting it wrong. If you run into these people that I know, that's all they want to talk about. Literally, that's all they want. They'll be like, so are you one with God? I'm like, oh, here we go. Because it's coming. And you're like, oh, my God.
You're like, is it coming? Because
Yeah. I'm like,
we've
you know,
been dancing this dance.
Yeah, they thought this in the 1600s, 1700s, 1800s. You want to keep going with this?
Yeah.
And the book you read is about as good as this coloring book. like, let it go already. It's all good. It's all good. We can move on now. We can move on. So, Johnny, who do you know that's stupid besides
Us.
Yeah, Carlos, idiot.
You just want me to name names?
No, you can. Do not do it. I know what you're gonna say. Don't do it.
None of our
do
listeners.
it.
How about that?
Oh, I thought you could say Barry.
Oh, Barry's a fucking idiot. Fuck that dude.
Hey yo, high five.
Let your friend know, Laura, that her boss has a beatdown coming if he ever decides to take a business trip to California.
I like how you're gonna find Barry, and when you do find him, all of a sudden your best friend's at a bar, and he's just like, boobies, high five.
And
Like
he's
the
like,
game you're
"Nice,
playing.
high five."
Yeah, nice.
No,
It's
I
like-
mean, honestly, it's like going on a date or something like that. If he like compliments me, like, hey, my God, you work out? I'd be like, fuck, Barry's my best friend now.
That is true though. Barry
Buy
tells
a
you
drink,
you work
and you're
out.
like, oh God,
Fuck.
I'm in.
Yeah,
He
it's
sucked
like.
me into his web.
But until
Right.
he says those words, he's getting his ass kicked.
Oh, so those are the words he has to say. Hey, you look
can't
good.
think
You
of-
work out.
I can't think of anything else. No, not
That's
right
pretty
now.
much it.
If he says, "Oh, thank you for your service," I'm like, "Oh, God damn it, you're welcome."
The problem is, kids are stupid, but when they get to our age, they'll have the same opinion as the kids below. You know what I mean? They won't. You know,
Oh yeah,
it'd be the same shit. Because when you're older, you pay attention to more shit. At least you hope you do.
Yeah.
You know. But again, I know people that are my age and they don't know shit.
I know a surprising amount of those people, and that really chaps my ass. I'm like, really?
It's just weird how they
How
just
do you
don't
go
know.
through life and not know this?
Yeah, like basic shit that you see and you think everyone knows.
Yeah.
Oh, or you know things like Coolio died. You better know that shit. I don't know if you guys know that Coolio died. The rapper
Today.
Coolio. He died yeah,
Today? I didn't know that.
Today, the day we're recording, I should say. But yes, Coolio passed away on his fantastic voyage to heaven, as he goes.
Aww.
Yeah. So, name one Coolio song, Johnny. Go.
Gangster's Paradise.
Good job.
Yeah, that was the only one that I had.
Oh, I was gonna say Laura, you go, but you're like,
Was it
oh, he took it.
Slippity
That's
slide,
fantastic
or
voyage.
something like that. Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Oh, I see what
Fantastic.
you
He
did now. Okay.
You see that? You see that? Yeah, he's dead. But there you go. This show is dedicated to Coolio because he was really popular and I listened to a lot of his music growing up. So this is for you, Coolio. How do you say his name backwards? Coolio.
Oeloke.
Yep, there we go. Figured it out. That's our show. Wow. That's our show. Thanks for tuning in to Nerds Talking, the podcast. Before we leave, Johnny, anything else?
Nothing else. I will say I listened to last week's show. Laura, if you take my goodbye again, my see ya, come up with your own shit, okay? I heard what you did.
Did that on purpose. 100% did that on purpose.
I know you did.
Sending messages.
Only do that to Carlos, okay?
Well, what is Carlos's? Do you know?
Bye-bye.
Oh, that's right. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Okay. Well, Johnny has nothing more for the week. Lori, anything left for our viewers or listeners? No, nothing. All right. Well, that's our show then. We got nothing more for you. Thanks for listening, everyone out there that does tune in on all platforms. And for Johnny.
Bye-bye.
Hey-o. For Laura.
Don't do it.
Bye-bye.
Oh, okay. And I was going to say for me, but mine's Hughes. Hughes is the lamest. Live long. That's all he says. Live long. And then,
I mean, he keeps changing it up, right? And then he's
been doing that one for a while.
No, he always says like live long and prosper, but now it's going to be just live. And then next time it's going to be
just keeps getting shorter.
He just shortened it up, so just is the next time. Just.
Yeah.
No, it's just he can't come up with anything original. He has to just steal something that we all know, you know. Of course, ours aren't original.
It's a good sign off. Live long and prosper. It's a good.
Maybe once or twice here and there, you know. Go, my children.
I don't even
be
think
the best version of you.
Exactly.
I think he's a Trekkie, though. Even is he?
He's not a Trek. Well, I think he is the original Trek. I think he's more into that because he grew up. The guy's like 96. So
him and William Shatner.
He's the same age as Shat.
Yeah.
Good old Shatty. Good old Shatty. I mean, if like, what is the worst goodbye you could have if you were to like be obnoxious? What would you say, Johnny? If I was like, Johnny, say bye to the audience.
The most obnoxious.
Yeah, just like he's super obnoxious about it.
Oh, I'm Lafayette.
There we go. You son of a bitch. Laura, be obnoxious. Go.
Bye.
Again with the bye. Oh, that is obnoxious because we had somebody on this. She was obnoxious. God damn it.
I just did it in a higher register just to be more annoying.
Mine is just peace be with you. Be good and don't let the sun shine on a dog's ass on the way out the door. Hit you
For
twice.
fuck's sake, just go.
Just end the podcast, Lafayette. We're
Anyway,
done.
that's our show. No. Thanks for tuning in. See you next week.
Yo, Chuck. Bananas, baby. Let's go. Yeah. Sound the alarm, baby. Fire right here. A lot of cats act like they really know us. We show up to the club just real drunk. I'm throwing a sissy fit, I'm getting tired of it. Chuck gets really drunk with a little bit Hennessy and it's me and I start to get stupid. That makes two loose tyrants verbally abusive. On the microphone, DJ play a beat. I'm on stage now with two left feet. I can't even see the crowd, they participate. They're rhyming every word that I forget to say. And Chuck's off stage, taking flicks with a lot of chicks who can put it on his Facebook page. And all the guys are mad cause we take all the attention. It's not our fault, we act like gentlemen. I'm trying to show your chick how I use my gentle hands on her genitalia. Yeah, please come again. She says to me and so I oblige. Before we get to it, I'ma say close your eyes. We in the club now and they throwing the alarm on cause we shut it down, yeah, moving on to DEFCON 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, where am I at? Yo, which drink am I on? Oh yeah, fill it up to the line. Yo, Chuck, we gotta go, man, look at the time.
Step through the door sipping, all these dudes tripping, cause all the women licking, blowing kisses, whispering in my ear, let me be your missus. All caught up in the trenches, I really lost nuts so I think he's really missing. Take a second and listen, he's performing on the stage, screaming Hulkamania, filled with rage, ripping women's clothes to shreds, it's a frenzy. All these women want we, I mean us, pardon me, I'm way past fucked up, but I'm still partying like a rock star, on stage with a rock band guitar. All these chicks are the groupies trying to fool me, so they can use the only tool on me. Crowd surfing on the floor, screaming at the bartender, give me more. I'm about to pass out right here for sure. Alarm going off, it can't be ignored. We getting wasted, alcohol I can't taste it. Your boyfriend, I just replaced it. So smashed you can't remember what his name is. At this point anything I will take it. All the fat chicks are sober, they just faking it.
We in the club now.
We in the club now. We in the club now. We in the club now. We in the club now, and they throwing the alarm on, cause we shut it down, yeah, moving on to DEFCON 4, 3, 2, 1.
That's so Chucky.